Good afternoon. Hello, it's Sunday the 7th of June and this is the 4 p.m. movement snack. Third one of the day. So you've already got an addition of 25 minutes in the movement bag, the movement benefits bag. And if you arrive now, it's your third one, over and above anything else you're doing. So it's not instead of, it's not the only thing you need, it's additional. So you know the score, you can get rid of it. If you don't want this banter, if this preamble is the last thing you need, give it a scroll. But for now, we have people joining us live from, for example, Wales, 2 from Wales and Calgary. Wales 1 and 2, Calgary 3. Good morning, Dee from Calgary. Great to see you. Hello, Deb. Hello, Chris. Welcome, movement snackers from around the world. Getting in the zone. So clearly you're ready for a sway and a stretch. Thank you, George from Cruden Bay, for the green dancing pig. Is this you? Practicing your wavy arm thing. Loving the gifts, folks, loving the gifts. Good afternoon, Gillian. Port Albert, it's probably a little bit less windy today. We've been in and out like a in and outy thing today. It's sunny, it's not sunny, it's windy, it's not windy. Here in Havant, that is. So weather is unpredictable today, shall we say. Hello Fiona, good afternoon. Hello Sally. So that means Buddy Port is in, More Scotland is in. Great coverage. We've got good coverage today from around the UK and also from the other snacks with Dave and Kels. Had a look at those too. You're all in here. You all keep coming back for more. Fantastic. Trevor, Honey here. Sunny here in shorts. I'm not calling you Honey, Trevor, honest. Trevor in his shorts. How many lawns have you tended today, Trevor? Hello, Dave. Good to see you. Movement snack team in the house. Hello, Carol, more Glasgow. Lots of Scottish contingent in. One of the collective is in, so I guess that makes not really quite a collective yet. One of three. We're getting close, folks, to the end of the preamble. Anything else to report? Anything else to tell me about? Some crowbarring. Dave had you on ankles and knee bends and functional reach at lunchtime, I think. Not late again. And there's some sibling rivalry going on within the with the comments. So this, hello Maddie from Dagenham is in. Good afternoon, Gillian. Someone else in from Port Albert. Trevor's been at his tomatoes and courgettes today, not his lawns. Blimey, how long ago was the roast, Margaret? Have you settled? Have you had a couple of hours? You ready for a stretch and sway? I've got my roast after this. Mum's on roast dinner duty today. We're going to get ready. We're going to get ready for a 3, 2, 1, I think. Almost. Last messages coming in, hot off the press. Any last minute headlines, any news flashes, anything to report before we get going? Because when I go over there, can't see anything. Bolton's arrived. This is good. Bending, reaching, gardening. That suggests I think we're ready for a good old stretch. Sheila's on time. The collective's in. That's mean it's time to go. 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon. This is Bex Townley from Later Life Training. This is number 3 movement snack today, which will give us a total of in excess of 30 minutes. So the aim of this mission is to accumulate additional movement minutes, and those movement minutes relate to daily life. They're functional. They incorporate mobility, flexibility, introducing some strength activities and balance. It's all in there. It's all already in your life. We're just drawing more attention to it so you can make more of it. So let's go with our number 3. Can't see. Number 3, pick your position, sit or stand. Let's go. Starting every movement snack as always with a circulation boost. Very brief setup, and then let's talk through the prompts so we can get as much movement as we can out of this snack using the external support close to you at an appropriate height. Ankles under hips. Let's just start the circulation boosting march. So picking up the feet, find a rhythmical pace for you. Knees are even, knees are even. Use external support if that gives you some confidence to stand more upright. So now once you're moving, can you think through everything that's happening? Lengthen out of the centre. So by doing this, we'll increase the activity and support. Lift and open the shoulders. By doing this, this will enhance and improve breathing and improve shoulder and arm movements. Head is centre, looking forward. How does that feel? If it feels comfortable, keep going with that. If you feel like you're getting breathless, make it smaller, make it slower, but do keep focusing on the ranges of motion. So ease off the pace and focus on the ranges of motion, bringing in 1 or 2 arms as and when you're ready. Fluid, rhythmical, this circ boost, just to get you ready for the movement. Increase and boost the circulation, does what it says on the tin. Continue with that in stand. Here's the seated prompts. Lift and lengthen. This helps with the hip walk. Really creates a supportive trunk posture so that we can then move freely around it. And it's all from the shoulder. Slight elbow bend. Here we go. Lifting ahead. Open the chest. Feeling the activity and the support coming from the trunk. Or you may decide to go from the bottom end up. Have a feel while you're doing this. Just have a mental marker. When you lift the heels, how high does your knee get? Because then it's just a toe lift before it goes back down. It's really the extent of your ankle range is driven by the ankles. All lifted out the centre, and here's the arms as well. So continue. Feel these movements are rhythmical and fluid. We shouldn't be breathless, we shouldn't be out of breath, but at the end of that circulation boost, you're going to feel you need to take a couple of deeper breaths. This is what we want. This is exactly what we want. Any rhythmical movement and any movements involving the big muscles of the leg are going to do that. It's just sufficient to get the body from off to on, ready for this movement snack, or perhaps calm down if you've been out busy doing stuff. Let's just take a couple of additional back extensions from the morning routine, because I know it's been a nice day, so you've been out doing a bit of bending. So lengthen, take some support, the same in seated, weight is even, and lift and lengthen and add an extra extend in the top end. And then what I call switch off. So come out of that into your usual position and just go through the process of upright posture into an extra bit of extend towards the end. And then sit that at open chest position, upright posture. We're going to take a little bit of sway before we move into our stretches. Hand on external support. This will challenge your balance to a lesser or greater degree. So do use the support for this. We're going to take the feet on a slight step forward, like so. Have a glance down. Knees are in the direction of toes. Stay lifted out here of the hips, and in seated that position is the same here. And it will feel like your buttocks are slightly off centre as well. So we're going to take a forward and back shift across the buttocks. Okay, so here's the standing shift, here and here. Have a glance down. Is your base of support wide enough so that as you take the shift, your knees are inside of your toes, as it were? Have a glance. You should always be able to see your toes. Up tall, here. Here's the sway. This is small and slow. Small and slow. So you've got a bend on the back leg, a little bend on the front leg, and this can be as small as you want, all whilst maintaining this lifted posture here. Take a pause and take a shift. Come back through this neutral base of support, and then step the other leg forward. Check the positioning and then take a sway. So as you take this sway, continue feeling that. Keep using the external support. Here's the sit. It's a lift and a shift, and your buttocks will be working quite hard in this seated version. If you would like, we can bring in one arm on a float up. Wrists and fingers come into this. 2 if you're happy. Low, everything is under shoulder height. This can be as low as you would like. Can you feel the rhythm of that? Slight bend in the elbow, chest is lifted. Nothing is changing in the trunk. All the sway is generated from the legs. Take a pause and hold it there. So these sway movements are you controlling the balance of your body, the weight shift. This is how we walk. We transfer the weight all of the time. Let's have a stretch. Feet are hip width. Lift and lengthen. Let's just take a couple of those shoulder rolls from the morning session, just to get the shoulders and the upper back ready for the chest stretch. If you like the feel of the open arms and the hug, slow and controlled, really deliberate, you can bring that kind of preempting that chest stretch position, and then have a sit on this one here. As if hands in pockets or back of hands. There's the chest stretch. Now the focus in this movement snack is the stretch positions. Hold and come out if you can, and in again. The focus is the stretch position, so don't challenge your balance here. Take up a seated position if that's what's required for you to really focus on stretch. Take a pause, maintain normal breathing. That said, if you're steady, confident, and using external support is not something that you use, in the stretch position, you might want to take a sway as well. Entirely up to you. But the focus is on the stretch. The sway will challenge your balance. I don't really want it challenged, so you're going to need support. So that chest stretch is going to need to be done in seated, if balance is something you're still working on. Take a pause. So these chest stretches, as you can feel, are all about improving and enhancing upright posture, for breathing, for balance, and for arm shoulder movements. Here's the next 2. Again, staying in top end triangle. Let's take the Vogue progress check. Where's your mobility? Ears, top of head, back of head. Ears, top of head, back of head. So just have a feel of how that is, and it may be that this is your comfortable range and that actually the shoulder doesn't want to go up there. So it's just for you to note where you are with this shoulder mobility, because this next one is going to support and help improve that. Lift and lengthen. Turning sideways so you can see. Let's have a bend up and then walk them over. Let your fingers do the walking. I think it was a Yellow Pages ad. Over, just to a point that you feel that's my stretch position. Whilst maintaining all of the posture support points here, lifting out, especially in the chair. Make sure that you don't start to sag in the middle. Ease out of that. Have a release, have an adjust, even add in an extra foot bump if you would like, and then to the other arm here. I'm going to come closer so you can see. Gaze is forward. An extra check on here. As this elbow comes up, just be aware your neck remains long. So try to be aware that you're not hunching up. Keep the length. So it's just the elbow that's coming to that up position. Support it if that helps. So support that stretch position. And slowly out. Now 8-12 seconds in these holds, but it should feel, yes, you'll have a feeling of stretch, but you should be able to breathe naturally and normally. So it's okay to come out, have a pit stop, have a slump, and go in again. Let's have a look at our options on the trunk area. That all links and connects to shoulders. So there's a couple of options here. We can support the arms like so, and take a slow lift. This will fit with an inhale, a breathe in, and a breathe out. So we're supporting the weights of the arms. Can you feel the lift and the lengthen? Here, lifting out, and down. That might be quite an effective one to support shoulders, or you may feel that you are comfortable with the reach up and the reach out. This slow, all hands together, and they might want to go out and a squeeze and a down. Moving slowly in and out of these. Let's have a little bit of circ boost, a little bit of arms, extra bit of backward press through the shoulder here. Let's take a pause. Just before we go down to legs, let's do some wavy arm sequence that we've been doing all week. And we'll kind of wave goodbye to it today for a bit because I'm on mornings tomorrow. Steady, stable position. One hand if you want to keep that external support. Really lifted out the hips. Make sure that you're not curved in the lumbar spine. Lift. Here we go. Starting with reverse shoulder roll. So backwards on the roll. Here we go. Float the arms up and down. Here's the crossover. Palms together. Here's the logo on my t-shirt. Here's the jazz hands. Here's the push. Here's the turn and rotate. Can you feel all of these actions that are happening at the shoulder, at the elbow, at the forearm, at the hands, are going to be in your daily life already? We can be more mindful of them here. Do you want to add the sway to that? If this is the first time you've added the sway with the arms, can I suggest you take up some support on this and do it single? It will challenge your balance, so I want you to feel confident and happy that this is going to be a success for you. So use that external support. Here's with the sway if you would like. I'll do it with one arm, you can do it with two. Take the backward roll. Here's the lift and the float. Here's the crossover. Here's the logo on my t-shirt. Here's the jazz hands. Here. Turn, pull, and push, and release. Okay, wavy hands. I'm getting lots of reports of wavy hand things on the comments, so do keep them coming. It's all about improving coordination. That hopefully feels enjoyable, that you might want to start crowbarring into your day. Brain and body are all as one, so the coordination helps to support that and helps us realise, I think, as well, oh blimey, do I know what my body parts are doing when I'm not looking at them, for example. Big stretch time. I think it's the movement snack favourite. It's the back of thigh. I'm going to show you in seated. Come forward. If you know the standing option, by all means do that. I'm only going to give the prompts for sit. Forward in chair, lifting out. Extend the leg. Here's the key prompts. Is your foot relaxed? Is your knee slightly off the lock? Have you checked this position of the pelvis? Have you gone like this to lift and lengthen high on the sit bones? Have a crowbar and extra buttercup there. This is the anchor. Now this is all about the hinge. So if you imagine, I've got a broom, brush, a pole from my coccyx through my shoulder blades, top of my head. That broom handle is moving as one. That's the hinge. And I've got loads of length and distance in here. And this is how we get down to toes, feet, socks, shoes, nail varnish, weeds, gardening, lifting stuff. If anything's down there, this muscle here and the pelvis and the back need to be clued up and know how to do that movement for you. Slowly come out and release. Are you breathing? Sometimes when we concentrate a lot, we tend to hold our breath. Needless to say, keep breathing please, folks. Have a switch off. Remember, this is important. These periods of recovery and relax enable the muscles to go again and set up. Here we go, out here. Relax the foot. Is it relaxed? Have a look at it. Is your knee unlocked? Check it. Have you done the check here at the pelvis? And are you as long as you can from top of rib to top of hip? There we go. Imagine that broom handle down the length of your back and up your head, down to your coccyx, and it comes forward as one. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Slow, 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 slow. When you feel that stretch sensation, that's the hold. Now, if you start to come forward and you don't feel that stretch sensation, two things. Either you have very good flexibility or you haven't quite got the angle of this. Now, if I take my pelvic tilt the other way and do this, my stretch has completely disappeared. When I lift and lengthen out of that, the stretch is now there. We need this length, we need this, the flexibility and the movement of the pelvis and the back all work together to enable us to get down here. Slowly out. Everything is slow in and out with stretches, and you might want to go in again, a couple more. We're looking to build duration over time. They should feel comfortable. Shouldn't be painful, and if your muscle starts to shake or quiver or tremble, you've gone a little bit too far. Calf stretch, ready? Here's the standing one. I'll give you the seated prompts in a minute if that's where you're at. Take up support for this one. Let's have a couple of preparatory backward steps. Small, small, small. So can you feel here when we take these preparing steps? This is everything about ankles, feet and toes. Toes, feet and ankles. Toes go first. There's the crease that Kels and Dave spoke about today. There's the heel going down, so we roll in and out. The whole of the foot is involved in a backward step. Now on this next one, let's take that stretch position. Everything's forward facing. Head, shoulders, hips, knees, toes. And if you can't feel it, a couple of options. We can take a little bend on that front knee. Posture stays lifted. Or you can take an extra step back. Have a double check, have a glance down. Is your foot forward facing? Are your toes all pointing at 12 o'clock? If not, that will make a significant difference to the stretch sensation. Hold it, hold it. Now here's an extra if you would like. Take a step in, closer, and keep the heels on the floor, weight across both feet, but now bend here. There you will feel a different position of that stretch. Just for a moment, have a feel of that. Same on the other leg. Same on the other leg. Take some preparatory steps and then take that heel down. Here's the seated prompts. Here's the leg that's out. All the same positioning of the trunk that we had for the back of thigh, but now the only thing we do is lasso the toe and squeeze it towards you. Here, and can you see this is exactly the same angle of the ankle that the standing option provides us. The difference here is we kind of have to work harder because I need the muscle in the front of my shin to pull that toe back. When I do it in standing, the floor does that job for me. And the same on the other leg. Now these calf stretch are really significant around all standing activities. If you imagine, if you're classically we talk about wearing high heels, don't we? If you've worn high heels for many years, I don't put myself in that bracket, our calf muscles become short, so actually that affects the mobility of the ankle and that affects the stride length plus many other things. So perhaps you have spent a long time, many years in your life in high heels, and maybe you are now feeling the outcomes of that. Anyway, we're stretched, we had a sway, we've learned a whole new sequence of coordination moves involving arms, shoulders, elbows, wrists and hands and fingers. So the whole quartet of shoulders, shoulders, elbows. So it's not just ankles, feet and toes. It's also shoulders, upper back, elbows, wrists, hands and fingers. It's all connected, isn't it? Okay, folks, we've come full circle. We're back at this bit. This is the third set in the benefits bag for you to now go deploy into your day. Tomorrow is the start of week 12 of this mission. It's 3 months. 3 months is significant, like really significant for many reasons. I'm going to post about that in the morning. So well done. Thank you. We have created new routines. You've done that. You're still coming back. The very thing we wanted to do at the beginning of this mission was to say, let's establish some new routines. Let's change some habits. Let's move a bit more and more effectively and efficiently. So thank you very much, everyone. Good old job, Movement Snackers. Dave, Chaos and I will be back with you tomorrow. We're on a rota change. I'll see you in the morning at 8 a.m. So have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much. Keep on crowbarring and well done. 12 weeks. Well done. Thank you, folks.